Hi, and we are live now. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, I'm Calven, head of sales from carlist.mind. Welcome back to our Dealer Masterclass episode 3. So, thanks for your times that are spending with us today for this afternoon. So, today the first episode we already cover more towards to the sales side. Second episode we are covering on the marketing side. So, when it comes to the third episode, we are talking about riding back after MCO, which means um, how are we gonna practice in the new norms, whereby how dealerships are gonna work, how dealership gonna face, how dealership gonna change the things, the new norms to accommodate into their dealerships. And today, greatly, we have two guests. So one of our dealer is from Johor, and one of our dealer is from Penang. And let me introduce the first guest that we have is Mr. Cawan Yo from Transparent Auto Group Sdn Bhd. Welcome, Mr. Cawan.
Hello, how are you? I'm Mr. Yo Cawan.
Nice
meeting you.
Thank you, Mr. Cawan. Thanks for taking your time to join us today to share about what are the things that the preparation from the dealership perspective. So, and also not to forget, beside Mr. Cawan from our Johor dealership, and also we have one dealership from Penang, our northern side, which is Mr. Chu Yang from Airo Auto Sdn Bhd. Welcome, Chu Yang.
Hello everyone, Chu Yang here. I'm from Airo Auto.
Great to have you guys together. So, it's a grateful opportunity whereby we have invited two of our dealership to join us to talk about what are you guys gonna do about after MCO is lifted. So let me repeat again. Let's begin and listen to our dealership what they have done after MCO lifted. So I think Mr. Cawan and Mr. Chu Yang. So I think now the first thing we're gonna talk about is the health. Is almost important today. So what is the best practice for customers to come to your workshop? So I think nowadays, not like those days, we cannot be handshaking and everything. From this point of view, what do you guys think, Mr. Cawan?
I think now our behavior for attitude towards this lifestyle due to the COVID-19 pandemic has to be changed. Therefore, anywhere you go in the society, you can see this norm. So whenever customer come to any of our car dealership, especially before entering the office, I think we should follow the government requirement of the SOP for the benefit and the safety for everyone. We have to
following the guidelines and everything. All right, great.
Yes.
So I think before I move on to Chu Yang, right, Mr. Cawan, for Johor side, is just operated like 12 or 9? When you guys started to operate?
We start about 9 to 6 regular.
All right, cool.
Yes.
All right. So Chu Yang, what do you think about the currents, like the new norms that every dealership need to practice? How do you take it?
Okay, so for me, building on to what Mr. Cawan said, right? Of course, the SOP is in place from MOH and KKM. We have to do our own due diligence for the detailing aspect. Because of course, they have a general guideline for us. But us as dealerships, people on the ground, we have our team members and everything in this space alongside with the customer. So it is a win-win situation if we can protect everyone. So that translates into making appointments beforehand, which is something that we are trying to practice and enforce the practice of. So when you schedule appointments with your customers, whether it be for test drive, whether it be for workshop, whether it be for any other product and service from the automotive industry, if you can spread that out, it limits the risk for everyone involved.
Yep. So this is the rules and regulations. To be giving to the confidence level to the consumer is the key now. Consumer market is all about safety. So Chu Yang, what kind of preparations that you guys already made? Prior to any walk-in customers?
So preparations wise, we do have face masks prepared for everyone who is prepared to enter the showroom. We have alcohol sanitization available at the front desk. And other than that, we limit the amount of entrances that you can access to our showroom.
Oh, so means
part of more detail.
I see. So per visit, how many number of people that can enter to your showrooms, for example?
Because of the showroom width or the space that we have, actually it is okay to hold up to 3 customers
Oh, at
because we have
once.
one customer lounge and one
Mm.
meeting consultation area, and then another sort of like high bar-ish kind of area that you can stay separated from everyone else.
All right. So it's really a different norm already, whereby will be a limitation in terms of the people visiting to your showroom. Yeah. So how about Mr. Chawan side? So how about tech? I mean, transparency
Tech.
auto. Yeah.
I think any sanitization equipment is subjective to budget individual car dealers lah, whether they want to invest in it or not. But I will encourage them to do it lah, because it seems that this COVID-19 pandemic is going for a long time lah. Come still, yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we
Yep.
have to stand by this. Yes.
All right.
Ah,
Yep, the surface, the infections. Yep. So
yeah,
this is
yeah,
how
yeah.
the yep. So I mean, well, besides the, I mean, we are talking about how the preparation works. So I think business, I mean, have to be back to normal since JBJ, I think, and inspections already start to operate in Malaysia. So I think
Yeah.
something that we are going to look forward to get more, I mean, car sales at this moment. So for the next moving topic that I think we're gonna talk about. So with the current, I mean, the government effort that try to support by allowing people to reduce their EPF from 7% to 7% from 11. So do you think that this is something that to change the consumer buying behavior? So do you think this help? Yeah, Mr. Chawan?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's actually helping for those qualified and home enjoys lah this government scheme. For those buyer who enjoys this scheme, they can also capitalize this scheme to change their car or to buy another car if they want to. Okay, but when they buy more car, we car dealers should be able to tap more buyers, attract them through Carly's advertisement. Yes,
Wow.
in my yeah,
All right.
but
Thanks,
in my
Mr.
opinion, I don't see much advantage of it lah, because the amount is not much. Yeah.
All right, cool. I mean, how about Chu Yang? What do you think about this? Does this kind of EPF reductions really help the consumer buying behavior?
Really help? I don't think so. I agree with Mr. Chawan as well. Because the amount is too, it depends on which segment you're in. For us, we are selling Volvo cars, and Volvo cars is in firmly the premium segment and above. Premium segment above means that this amount, first of all, doesn't really matter to our target demo. And the amount is not impactful enough to incentivize them to, okay, I need to take this opportunity and spend now.
All right, cool. So I think next move on. So in terms of hire purchase, I think this is the main topic. And then whenever people who owning a car, the next topic is all about how are we going through about hire purchase. So at this current moment, after MCO lifted, is there any alternative for hire purchase loan, Mr. Chawan?
During this 6-month bank moratorium, does help many peoples and family during this difficult time. Many can use this moratorium period to ease their livelihood, and also can use this money to purchase essential good for themselves and for the families. But I heard from many sources that this moratorium implemented in Malaysia does not help in our hire purchase loan application, because I think at the moment a certain bank ask for very high requirement in their loan application. So a bit down now.
So is it considered more tougher than last time, the approval rate or the interest?
Definitely.
Definitely will affect. All right.
Yeah.
All right, that will be, I mean, more towards to that used car. How about for new car side, Chu Yang? I mean, you guys are in Volvo. All right, so is there anything that the, I mean, higher purchase come into assist at this moment, or the other way around?
For higher purchase, it is still okay because of, again, the demographic that we mentioned before. It is not that, because the higher purchase is a bit stricter. The main target market, the main demo that can afford Volvo cars, or is looking also at Mercedes-Benz, is also looking at Audi, is also looking at BMW. And these are in the premium segment. Therefore, for them, financially, I don't think many of them will get rejected in terms of their higher purchase.
So for premium car like
financially
from
more
your
stable.
yep.
So that's the
Okay.
main thing.
Yep. So the rich will still be being the rich. But anyway, Chu Yang, for your demographic, right? Is there anything like interest that will be changed for this moment, like the deposit or interest or change whatever from the higher purchase side? No, right? Like last time, what kind of
No,
percentage is running? Okay. All right. So, Cawan and Chu Yang, right? Since we understand that there's some challenges in terms of higher purchase perspective. So definitely car dealer wise also need to do some other things. So speaking of this, so is there any business strategies or promo that I think Mr. Cawan that you are implementing for this period of time?
I think COVID-19 has changed our attitude towards life. I think what we can improve our car sales is to concentrate and seriously advertise with Kalis. Yes, concept. Yeah, for
Thank you,
all
Mr.
range of
Cawan. Thanks
vehicles.
for the support.
Yeah,
Thanks for the support.
yes, for all
Yep.
range of vehicles in order to get more exposure from the future buyers throughout the whole nation. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, all right, cool. So, how about strategies wise? You are, doing any promo now? Like, Raya is coming already. So, this is the month
Um,
that tap in. Do you think that it's changed now?
I think they change a lot lah. I think
Mm,
exposure and the price, a lot of things have to be done online nowadays. Yeah.
all right.
Mm.
So, Chu Yang, so what do you think from your side? Do you guys implement any promotion strategies for this moment to capture or to tackle the current festive seasons like Raya?
We do have promotions from Volvo, and this is set by the NSC, which is Volvo Car Malaysia. So these are mainly trying to incentivize people to purchase their car or book their new Volvo car online because of the limited freedom and the increased difficulty in you as a consumer going out to physically look at a car, to test drive a car. There's so many other risks, and you're just kind of anxious throughout the whole process. So the online booking with an incentive is a little bit of a change in strategy from before.
Online and incentive. That means book through a car through
That
online
means
and
book
you get
online.
incentivized. Sorry.
Mm.
Yep. That means book your car online and you get, for this package, we do offer a Polestar optimization package. So which is like
All
a
right.
P1 tuning for Volvo.
Oh, it's a tuning that you come. When you book the car, you try to inject in another strategy by going through the inspections or how, or another strategies.
No, this is the
Percentage. Yeah.
overlying strategy that
Oh,
is
online
just trying to
strategies.
push consumer to book their new car online, purchase online, make the decision and close online instead
Online
of
and everything. All right.
yeah.
So in a way that you're trying to incentivize any consumer who book a car through online. So you're changing the consumer buying behavior towards to the online. All right, great, man. So, definitely you were able to capture more leads from there. So because you open up a more convenient way for people to connect to you guys. Great, Chu Yang. So how about Mr. Chawan? Are you gonna kind of running any kind of like special promo now? For example, tap in on those
Mm.
used car that are more affordable because this is
Yeah.
the next topic we're going to touch on that people will choose more to own a car now because try not to get in touch with those kind of public transports. So owning a car now, it could be a topic to be discussed. So for a used car dealer perspective, Mr. Chawan, are you guys gonna plan to run any affordable cars for this moment?
I think the demand for the vehicle in the market is always there without or MCO or CMCO. So the question is for our higher purchase is only the price, and then what we can give lah for our customer, like
All right.
warranty, yeah, servicing,
Mm.
yes, all this. Yeah.
All right. Cool. No
Mm.
problem. All right. So and then Raya is coming already. So besides doing that, we're gonna free price reductions, and a lot of customers is asking nowadays, is there any more things that you guys can provide after the? Beside the price, beside the free gift, what else that you guys think that is you could add on for your customers at this moment? Throw in
Me,
a
Martin?
yeah, Mr. Chawan, throw in a sanitization service to them.
Probably we will give them a full time service, and then referring case, we give them commission. All these type can be done. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I think we
Mm.
have a questions from our audience. So,
Mm.
aside from booking online, do you offer other services to customers who are concerned about COVID-19? For instance, delivery of vehicle to home address, the infection service, etc. I think Chu Yang, you can pick up this one.
Yeah, sure. Gladly.
Yeah. Mm.
Aside from booking online, do you offer services? Yes, we do. But it is on a very case by case basis. It depends. It really depends on a case by case basis.
Mm.
For disinfection services, however, that is generally across the board. If you bring your Volvo here, or if you buy a new Volvo after GPG everything is open, there will be disinfection services provided free of charge,
All
and
right.
it's
All right.
what we want
Okay.
to do for the customer.
All right. So, Mr. Cawan, what do you think about it? Delivery a vehicle to home address and the inspection service. What do you think about this
Mm.
strategy?
I think at the moment, we should give what our customer wants to
Mm.
get rid of all our old stock. Yeah, do
All right.
whatever they want. Yes, clear all our stock
All
at the
right.
moment. Yeah, keep the
All
cash.
right. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So I think Chu Yang, there's one more. I think one more questions from our audience as well. So book online and get incentive. That's very interesting. Seriously, but do you see this will be more take up rates?
Take up rates
Mm.
being what does that mean? Take up
That means
rates.
I mean, for example, you are really encouraging people to book online now, all right, and then incentivize them. Do you think this is something that will attract more consumer to do this? More people will participate? Yeah.
I think so, but it depends on local culture and which part of Malaysia you're in as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, for example, if the local culture is very tech savvy, for example, metropolitan, like KL, like KL, very metropolitan city, people are used to buying and using services online. Therefore, they feel a bit more familiar with this. Instead of buying my durian online, I buy my car online. No?
Yep.
Right. So for local in Penang, BM area, it is a little bit culturally not so accepting of this yet. So it
Mm,
really depends on locale
mm.
and culture lah.
Yeah, right. So I think, do you think that is this time since you have this infrastructure ready, do you need to boost some marketing to boost it up?
Of course, we spend it with Kalis.
Yeah. Yeah, great, good. So I think that's another questions from our audience also. Will it be significant increase of marketing budget to be spent on online advertising as compared before MCO and after MCO? Yeah, Mr. Kawan, what do you think about this?
I think um,
Before and after, I think for I mean from Carly's perspective, I think I answer first for the dealers. I mean for us, what we are keep on encouraging our dealers and users at this time, since we're already back on field, go all out to recover as much as we can. So this is what we've been guiding our dealers to keep communicating with the consumer. So how about Mr. Chawan? What do you think?
I think all of us should come together, including the cars, to go through this difficult time lah. Yeah.
Yeah,
If can,
yeah.
all the car dealers should cooperate together in the sense of
Mm,
like stock and the price, and meaning everybody can also sell everybody's stocks. Yes.
mm.
This
Everybody
sense of
can sell everybody stocks. Sorry, Mr. Chawan, how does that work? Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I think it is very hard to collaboration and merge lah each company, but
Okay.
to exposure more of selling.
All right.
Yeah.
So be more friend with other neighborhood dealerships.
Yeah,
So
yeah. At the
if any,
moment,
all right, all right, cool. How about your side, Chu Yang? What do you think? So advertising. Do you need
For sure.
marketing budget to spend on advertising compared before and after MCO? What do you think about these questions?
Well, before and after. Just strictly
Yep.
talking about my experience in the past 2-ish months, our budget has jumped quite a big amount on advertising budget online because
Mm,
all the offline one cut already. There's no point in having events. It's a risk to everyone involved, and there's no
mm,
value. So we can only bring the value through online and then using online advertising budget.
yep.
I think that's a
So
necessity instead of previously it was a luxury like oh if I got budget I pump online lah. Now it's like I have to pump online.
all right, cool. All right, cool. No problem. So let's move on to one of the questions. Yep. So I think from this point, I think we really understand from the dealer perspective. I mean, all the preparations need to be done. The challenges in terms of the higher purchase, dealers need to have try to assist. I mean, more affordable cars. Changing consumer buying behavior through online and everything. So from this point also, Carlist.my as Malaysia number one car site, we are trying to assist all our seller. I just repeat again, we try to assist all our seller, our car dealers, by introducing a program called Book Now, Pay Later, which I did touch a bit a point of that since last episode, whereby that all these things that how can we assist our dealers is not to create some things that we try to, fully monetize or whatever. The whole ideology is to get more confident level to the consumer, whereby the dealer who are participating in this program, they will have a specific logo into their listings. So in the Book Now Pay Later, we will definitely support in terms of our marketing, the market educations in terms of the public, to make sure that don't worry, the dealers is working closely with us, whereby that the dealer will still negotiate on terms of the deposit on behalf of the consumer. We are not taking part of that. I won't take a deposit or whatsoever. So whereby to tell the customer, don't worry, whichever dealer who participate this program, Book Now, Pay Later, you will be able to to go through car list in terms of inspections, or even though you pay the deposit to our dealer. If anything, your loan is not approved or whatsoever, the dealer will full refund your deposit. So there will be a lot of terms and conditions involved and everything. But we are trying to enroll this program to give more assurance to the public. So whereby that, Mr. Cawan.
Nothing.
All right, cool. No, don't worry. All right. So basically, the Book Now Pay Later program is something that we try to create more awareness, assist our dealer to tell consumer submit more loans to our dealer. Our dealer will try it first before you come into our main showroom. So try all the applications on and everything. If approved, dealer will continue with the following steps. If rejected, definitely the dealer will refund the agreed on the percentage of the deposit back to the consumer. So that being kind of strategies, right, you will gain more confidence for the consumer. So whereby the car list, working closely with the car dealers on this point. So for this kind of effort, we try to do it to support our dealer to generate more leads, more opportunity to borrow loan. What does that sound to you, Mr. Cawan?
I think there's another option lah for the market and for the used car dealer. I think
All right.
never try, never know. You should try it. Yeah,
All right.
innovative. Yeah,
Yep.
it's a good
Yep.
idea. It's a good idea.
All right. Cool. How about Chu Yang? What do you think about the Book Now Pay Later program?
I think it's a fantastic program because right now people are looking for value, and this is a form of value in terms of it's very consumer centric, and it is opportunities for everyone involved, for you guys, for the dealers and the consumers. So that's really what we need right now.
Yeah, lovely. So, Mr. Chu Yang, Mr. Chu Yang and Cawan, don't worry. We are not taking away your business. We are assisting your business. So don't get me wrong. So,
Don't worry. Yeah.
create more awareness is a must for now in the market, whereby confidence level, precautions, safety is a main issue where consumer is very eyeing on now. Yeah, cool. So stay tuned. Carlist.mine is preparing it now already. So we will coming out all the go-to market plan. So do wait for this great story and see how we can support our car dealers. Sounds good?
Very good.
Sounds good.
All right. So I think sessions, up to today. So, excuse me. So I think this is also some sort that we can also say that taking the first step to change the way the consumer interact with the dealers. Wow, great job. So, okay. So Mr. Cawan and Chu Yang, I think this is the new norm that we really gonna be adapt to. So what is your last message to our audience today, Mr. Cawan?
Okay. My last message is very thank you for you lah to inviting me for this show.
Thank you,
And
Mr.
then
Cawan.
remember, maintain social distance and all time, whenever you're out lah, wash your hand regularly and stay home, stay safe and stay healthy. Yeah.
Definitely. Wish you all the best also, Mr. Chu Yang. So still stay connected to the market, sell more cars at this period of time. All right. So how about Chu Yang? What's your last message to our audience today?
First of all, I'd like to thank Carlis for inviting me on this. So nice and very consumer-centric talk show. That's what we really, really like.
All right.
And yeah, and last messages for us, we are from our Auto Drew, Auto Critique. We sell Volvos, and apart from that, we sell recon cars and we sell used cars, and we have a workshop as well. So consumer-centric hospitality is the name of the game. And I hope I brought value to you guys today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chu Yang. Thank you, Mr. Cawan, for your time, and thank you for all the experience that you share to our dealers. So last but not least, so I hope everyone's continue to sell more cars, connect to more users, and always open up to us and see what we can assist. That's all from us. Thank you, everyone. Time, Calven, head of sales from Kalis Domain. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.